first time ever.
Warning acts of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members
The drivers of a new economic age.
Let me begin by saying that I welcome this opportunity to meet again, and our regular interactions, you mentioned 6 this year so far, have been greatly helpful in advancing our bilateral cooperation and also sharing perspectives on important regional, global, and multilateral issues. This particular occasion, for me, is all the more important as we prepare for President Putin's visit to India for the 23rd Annual Summit.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has visited Moscow around mid-November to meet top Russian leaders. He is meeting Russian foreign ministers, Mr. Sergey Lavrov, among others, to review the full spectrum of India-Russia cooperation. Now, during this visit, Dr. Jaishankar also called on President Mr. Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin. The timing coincides with the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Heads of State Council meeting in Moscow, which gives a multilateral context to this trip. Why this visit matters? It's laying the groundwork for Putin's India visit. Vladimir Putin is expected to visit India in early December for the 23rd Annual India-Russia Summit. Now, Dr. Jaishankar's meetings are explicitly to prepare for this summit. He told Lavrov that a number of bilateral deals and projects are under discussion and should be finalized soon. According to Dr. Jaishankar, the goal is to add substance and texture to India-Russia ties through this summit. At the same time, India's National Security Advisor, NSA, Mr. Ajit Doval, also met his counterpart, Mr. Nikolai, a senior Russian security official in New Delhi, to also coordinate strategic and security matters. So during these talks, several big picture issues are being covered. First, the bilateral cooperation. Now, in trade, India wants to deepen economic ties, especially in critical sectors. Then the strategic industries. There's also talk of energy, defense, missiles, etc., and possibly civilian nuclear projects. Infrastructure and technology. New agreements could strengthen how both the countries work in science, transport, and even in technology. Second, the global and the regional security. The Ukraine war. Dr. Jaishankar and Lavrov are exchanging views on how this conflict affects both Russia and even India. Middle East plus Afghanistan. These regional flashpoints are also part of their discussions. Then the terrorism. Dr. Jaishankar has made a point in the SCO very clearly that there should be zero tolerance for terrorism. Third, multilateral alignments. Both sides emphasize the importance of their partnership within multilateral institutions like SCO, BRICS, G20, and even the United Nations. Now, this visit could help shape how India and Russia cooperate on global governance issues going forward. What India and Russia want from the December summit. Let's understand and deep dive on this. Based on the talks and public statements, here's what both countries likely aim to achieve when Putin visits India. Finalizing bilateral deals, several agreements could be signed around trade, defense, and even around energy. Labor Mobility Pact. Reports suggest they may sign a labor mobility agreement so that skilled Indian workers can work legally in Russia. Then strategic defense cooperation. There might be a deeper defense industrial cooperation, possibly in missiles or other systems. Then energy security. India may secure long-term supplies of key resources like coal or even fertilizers, leveraging Russia's large resource space. Then maritime and transport links. Ideas like enhancing transport corridors, example via Arctic routes, are also on the table. Now, why this visit is important? India's strategic autonomy. India continues to balance its relations, deepening ties with Russia even while engaging with other global powers and even during tremendous pressures. This shows India is not drifting fully into one bloc but maintaining a multi-aligned foreign policy. Then Russia economic pivot. With Western sanctions still hurting, Russia sees India as a key and a trustworthy economic partner, especially for energy exports and trade. Strengthening trade and long-term economic projects with India helps Moscow to reduce dependency on Western markets. Then geopolitical messaging. By ramping up cooperation now, both India and Russia are sending a signal their special and privileged strategic partnership is alive and strong. So in the context of global tensions, Ukraine, Middle East, Western pressure, this summit could really shape how both the countries position themselves internationally. Then security and defense balance. If defense deals like missile systems come through, it could enhance India's military capabilities. So for Russia, defense exports are a major source of income, and selling to India strengthens its influence. While the agenda is ambitious, there are also risks involved in its sanction risk. Western sanctions on Russia could complicate big economic deals or technology transfers. Then the logistical complexity. Now projects like Arctic corridors or large defense deals are technically hard and require long-term commitment. And what are going to be the political risk? Domestic politics in both the countries could interfere. Example, elections, shifting public opinion. Then of course the global pressure is expected. India may face again severe pressures from other major powers if its ties with Russia deepen too much, especially on sensitive military or nuclear areas. Why Dr. Jaishankar is leading now? As External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar is the ideal person to drive both diplomatic and strategic negotiations. His presence in Moscow signals that India is serious about the December summit and wants to lock in key deliverables. By doing this ahead of Putin's visit, India aims to come to the table with a clear agenda and mutually beneficial deals, not just symbolic gestures. What is the big picture around this? Why this visit matters for India? Strengthening Russia ties helps India secure energy resources, defense capabilities, and economic opportunities. It reinforces India's role as a major global player that can engage with both traditional partners like Russia and newer ones, West and East. So this move could also help India shape a more multipolar world order aligning with like-minded countries on global governance. That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Do share and like the video and subscribe to your own channel. Do let us know what you'd like to hear more from us. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.